You better thank a union member. Or maybe not, Kamala, maybe not. Let me stop you right there. Take a look at this. Kamala Harris is the first Democratic presidential candidate since the 80s to fail to secure the Teamsters endorsement. She's simply too liberal, and they really support Trump. I mean, there's a poll that came out. It was like 58% support for Trump, 31% for Harris, and people thought they were going to endorse Trump. They couldn't do that because they are Democrats and they can't admit it. But you can see this is something that hasn't happened in decades. Unions were a critical component of Biden's 2020 coalition. And I certainly think there's elements of Biden's 2020 campaign that get underrated, just in terms of him being part of the Obama administration, the VP for 8 years, all of the experience. Kamala really has none of that. And CNN is left stunned by Teamsters' announcement that they will not endorse Kamala Harris. And you can see this is the research phone poll. It's got Trump at 58%, Harris at 31%, and then the rest undecided or don't know. So they basically endorsed Trump. They just didn't want to admit it. But that is pretty remarkable and could be a kind of an underrated aspect of this election, especially when it comes to blue-collar, working-class people. I mean, Trump just visited Michigan. The auto industry had a rally there that was really good. It was kind of like a rally town hall hybrid thing with Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Now he's in, believe it or not, Long Island doing a rally there tonight. But this is going to be big. Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, that's really where it affects this. And this could be big news for Trump. We've also got a Georgia poll. This is a liberal pollster. This is the Atlanta Journal. And so maybe they partnered with Georgia University, but they've got a poll that has Trump up by 3. Very, very important. This is a poll that was taken over a 6-day time frame, and the 3-point lead for Trump, very good. We would expect Trump to hopefully win Georgia. That would really help him, considering you take Georgia, you take North Carolina, you take Pennsylvania, and the election is over. Even if you lose Pennsylvania, as long as you keep North Carolina, take back Georgia, you're in an amazing spot. You can go out west. You can take Arizona, Nevada. You can possibly take a Wisconsin, and there's a number of paths. So Georgia is a huge state, and it's a state that I think liberals have keyed in on, along with North Carolina. I'm not saying they've given up Arizona and Nevada, but I think they're more focused on these states just because they're more electoral votes. And Georgia's a state that they did win back in 2020, although it was with a ton of help when it comes to just the amount of inner city vote. That was an aberration. I mean, they're already talking about, think about it. They're already saying this is going to be a lower turnout election. That's going to hurt liberals way more than conservatives because you had all those inner cities just have an absurd vote total. It's just not going to happen. That's where the votes are really going to go down. Trump's still going to get his fair share. And that's why I think Trump wins Georgia by 2 or 3 points at least. And this poll, even a liberal poll, has Trump up by 3 in Georgia. Georgia's a very important state. And right now, the polls in Georgia, if you look at the aggregate average, they're very close. I think Trump might be leading now by like half a point, or maybe Harris is leading by half a point, but they're very close. This is good news. Obviously, Trump was up by 4 or 5 over Biden, at least in Georgia. But that is what it is. We've got Lex Friedman coming out and saying that my TikTok account got banned without any warning after posting a clip from my interview with Trump, hoping it's a mistake. Well, no, I'm sure they've got some type of algorithm there to censor Trump content or something. But I mean, it's happening everywhere now. You would think TikTok, Trump's been performing amazing on TikTok too. But I mean, there's not a mistake. You're a big account. I'm sure Lex has millions of followers on TikTok and everything like that. And the whole thing with it's a mistake. I mean, we see with Facebook, Zuckerberg coming out and saying it's a mistake. I'll tell you what, if Zuckerberg is serious about this election being fair and not manipulated, he needs to do what Elon Musk did and fire a bunch of those liberals that work at Facebook that are making these decisions. If he's actually real about it, that's what he should do. There was another situation that happened yesterday where it seemed like there was some censorship involving Facebook, even though Zuckerberg had said that it wasn't going to happen. Zuckerberg's rebranded now with the new hair, the dark Zuck. He's saying that, Trump's a badass and everything like that. Well, he needs to fire a lot of these liberal people that are in control of what gets censored on Facebook. That's what he needs to do. That's exactly what Musk did with X. And then everyone, they went crazy. How could you do this? And of course, they don't want the free speech. They want to control it totally. And you can see like, oh yeah, it's a mistake on TikTok. This Lex has like millions of followers. His stuff's just going to get banned because he posts something with Trump and he gets banned immediately. It's ridiculous. But Trump did have a very good, or I don't know if I'd say very good. He had an interview with Lex, and I did react to that. We'll see if Trump ends up going on Rogan. I'm guessing he probably will. I just saw Matt Walsh went on Rogan because of his movie or something. But I do think Trump will. They're probably saving that for early October. But you want to get him on there relatively soon because of the early voting. So possibly like maybe right after the VP debate. Maybe they're waiting for the VP debate to happen, which is October 1st. It does not look like there's going to be another presidential debate, at least not right now. There's nothing out there. It seems like Trump doesn't want another one. We've got another shocking poll. Would it be better if Trump had been killed? This is such an awkward poll because you know the answer. Not with every liberal, but with many of them, the answer is yes. I mean, they view Trump as Hitler. They think he's an existential threat. So honestly, if you view him like that, you probably want him killed or dead. You've got 17% saying yes, 28% among Democrats saying yes, so over a fourth want Trump killed, and that's the ones that admit it. I'm sure it's way more than that. Unsure, 24%. So over 50% of Democrats, it looks like, according to this poll, either want Trump killed or are unsure. Remember, I mean, it's the tolerant left. They only want to kill their political opponent. To be fair, we've got to be fair to these people. All they want to do, it's just such a small ask. It's nothing big. They're trying to save democracy. But how do we save democracy? We just have to kill the political opponent, and that saves democracy. It's genius. Oh my goodness, they've thought of it. And that's just the ones that admit it. It's probably like 75%. Remember, they think Trump's an existential threat. And again, think about the 2020 situation where going into 2020, 2018, 2019, Trump is horrible. This is the worst thing ever. You know, I mean, I don't even know how you could fearmonger Trump considering he was in the White House, for 4 years already and nothing happened. But they think he's terrible. They think he killed a bunch of people with COVID, but they think he's Hitler, but we would never cheat. Oh my God. How dare you? Yes, we think Trump is Hitler and we would stop him any way necessary and we want him to be killed. But no, we would never cheat. How dare you? You see how ridiculous that is? Like, oh yeah, you think Trump is Hitler, but you would never do anything to the election integrity. You might want... I mean, look at all these laws they're trying to pass. Republicans, the SAVE Act, they don't want it because it's voter ID. But no, that's just coincidence. I still haven't gotten a legitimate, coherent answer for why Democrats don't support the SAVE Act. They don't have, you know what, that's really what you should just start asking. Why do you not support the SAVE Act where we have mandatory voter ID at polling booths and so you don't support that? Why not? And let's get some of them to answer it. I still haven't even heard that question be posed to them yet. But I mean, this is like at least, this is about 50% of them admitting that, over 50% admitting that, yeah, I want Trump dead because, I mean, the mainstream media is a powerful thing. He's a threat to the democracy. We saw what happened with the Ukraine freak who tried killing him. And then Trump or his campaign was involved in the assassination attempt. So I'm guessing his campaign turning on him or Trump staging it. You've got 49%, so basically half saying it was somewhat likely. Remember, they said that Trump, when he got shot and one of his supporters died, they said it was fake. They said that Trump had fake blood that he got out with a patch. These were videos that they were doing, and they said it was fake. And so that's where these people are, and you can't win with them because if an assassination attempt fails against Trump, it's fake. But if it works, they're just going to say it's karma, and that's what it is. There's no winning with these people. There really is no winning. So that's the reality when it comes to that. But the Teamsters not endorsing Kamala Harris, that's big. That's big in the Rust Belt. And they actually really endorsed Trump. If you look at that phone poll that they did, 58% endorsed Trump. So that's going to be huge when it comes to the 3 Rust Belt states. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.